In this video, we're gonna learn how to make a PDF totally accessible using ABBYY FineReader. Welcome to the Accessibility Guide channel. My name is Sean Jordison, and let's jump into the ring. First things first, we need to launch ABBYY FineReader PDF, and then we're gonna select OCR Editor. And then from here, I'm gonna choose my sample document, and the document is gonna begin processing. On the very far left-hand panel, we have our thumbnail view. In this middle section on the left, we have the PDF view, and then on the far right side, we have the text view of this document. Now, to make a document accessible using ABBYY, we first need to zone all of our content. In this example, we have dinosaurs, history, facts, and figures, an in-depth look at prehistoric giants. We have contents, we have introduction, we have our footer content on the bottom. Now, I'm going to delete the footer content, at least the page counts, because this will disrupt the reader from reading appropriately. And I'm just going to do that on all of the pages right now. I'm just selecting the delete key, and we're gonna do that for all 6 pages. And then let's go back up to page 1 and make sure it is zoned correctly. And it is. I'm going to also go ahead and change my option to save as searchable PDF, because this is going to give me a little bit more context to those styles. So now when I actually select the dinosaurs, we have the ability to make this a heading level 1. We then can change an in-depth look to heading level 2. We have our contents with body text and all of that, but I'm actually going to change it to a table of contents. And then we have our introduction tag. This will be a heading level 2. And there we go. We now have properly zoned the page 1. We can also set the reading order from directly within ABBYY. If I select the reorder areas button, there's a little tiny number that appears in the top left corner. It's very difficult to see of each one of these zones. We're just gonna click each one. It goes 1, 2, 3, and now the document is in the correct order. Let's move on to page 2. In this example, we have text, we have a list, we have a heading, we have a table, and a couple of other tables. Now, so far, our tables look great, but let's just say it wasn't in there. Let's say we needed to add in this zone. Well, we could come over to the draw table area, and we're simply going to drag a box around the table contents and use this little magic wand that says analyze table structure, and it will automatically insert our columns and our rows. But because I deleted that and re-added it, we now need to change the reading order. So let's select the reorder areas, and we're gonna select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now it's in the correct order. Now we need to go over to the text editor on the right side and make sure that our headings are properly applied. We've got heading 2, heading 2. Let's try famous dinosaurs, heading level 2, dinosaur discoveries, heading level 2. We have our list text in here. This is perfect. And then I'm actually just gonna hit recognize page one more time. Seems to be an issue with my computer. Let's keep going. Perfect. On page 3, we can actually take this entire bar chart and make it a singular image. Again, we need to reorder the content, and it appears part of our table from page 2 continued on. So this is something that we will need to fix in the resulting PDF. We can then go on to page 4, and then our last page is full of forms, and we're not gonna tackle forms right now in this video. But what we can do is now check our PDF settings. So if I go to Tools and Options, under Format Settings and PDF, we can start to set the options for our export. Now, in this example, I have a custom image quality, and I've got it set so there's no quality loss, it retains full color, and it doesn't change the structure of the document. Additionally, I have the option Create PDF UA selected. ABBYY will automatically make sure this file is PDF UA compliant on export. Additionally, we have options for Use MRC compression. This makes the font appear better or worse depending on this checkbox, and it really depends on the quality of your source file. So this is an option I will change most often if my file is looking a little bit blurry on the export. We then have text under the page image. This is a very important setting, followed by creating bookmarks from headings, creating PDF tags, and embedding fonts. All of this is done right here in ABBYY. Let's select OK, and let's go ahead and save this file out, and let's test the resulting PDF. Now we have bookmarks in here. Let's go into our tags panel, and we have an H1 tag, an H2 tag. We have our table of contents, and it's properly linked. We have additional H1 tags, list tags, H2 tags, but let's go ahead and launch the PAC 2024 tool, and let's see if it passes PDF UA. I'm going to simply drag my file into the PAC tool, and we get a passing PDF UA report. Though it does say unknown title, I think I forgot to set the metadata of our file. So if I go to Tools, this is back in ABBYY FineReader, and I go to Options, and we select Edit Metadata. This is where we can put in the title of our document. And this will be sample dyno document. We can add in our author, subject, and keywords right in this place, and they will carry over when we save the file. Now, if you want to try out ABBYY FineReader for yourself, or if you want to find out how it can help you get accessible, take a look at the link in the description of this video. And as always, I can be your champion for inclusion. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.